DICE just made a decision that has the entire Battlefield community up in arms. And honestly, it might be the most tone-deaf move they've made in years. They've announced how classes will work in the new Battlefield game, and somehow they've managed to ignore what players have been begging for since 2042. Here's what happened. Yesterday, DICE dropped a blog post outlining their vision for the class system. Sounds good so far, right? We all want to know how classes will work. But buried in all the corporate speak was one detail that has everyone losing their minds. You can use any weapon on any class. Again. Let me explain why this is such a big deal. In classic Battlefield games like BF3 and BF4, weapons were locked to specific classes. Assault players got assault rifles. Recon got sniper rifles. Support had LMGs. Engineers had their own kit. This created distinct roles on the battlefield. You knew exactly what you were getting into when you picked a class. But DICE is going with what they call fully customizable weapon loadouts. Sure, each class will have signature weapons that give you bonuses when you use them, like if you're recon and you use a sniper rifle, you get extended breath holding. But here's the thing. Those bonuses are so insignificant that nobody will care. Think about it. Why would I play recon with that same sniper rifle when I can play medic with that same sniper rifle and heal myself after every firefight? Why limit myself to recon gadgets when I can have unlimited health packs? The whole system falls apart. What makes this even more frustrating is that we've been here before. Battlefield 2042 launched without proper classes, and it was a disaster. When they finally added a class system, they kept all weapons unlocked because players had gotten used to it. But that was supposed to be temporary, one game only. Now they're doubling down on this broken system. The community response has been brutal. Go look at any social media post about this announcement. Westie says weapons should be locked. Danny says the same. Tactical Brit is calling for locked weapons. Every top comment is asking for the same thing. The feedback is overwhelming and unified. So why is DICE doing this? Here's my theory, and it's all about money. If EA releases a flashy new sniper rifle skin in the store, they want every player to be a potential customer, not just recon players. If weapons are class-locked, only a fraction of players might buy that skin. But if anyone can use it, that's 4 times the potential sales. This isn't about gameplay anymore, it's about maximizing cosmetic revenue. And that's what stings the most. They're putting profit over the core Battlefield experience that made this franchise special. The timing is especially bad. Everything else about this new Battlefield has been hitting the right notes. They've been listening to feedback, making smart changes, building hype. Then they dropped this bombshell that nobody asked for. Look, the rest of the class system sounds fine. Signature gadgets for each class make sense. Nobody wants to waste a slot on a repair tool when you could bring rockets instead. The trait system, where you unlock bonuses during matches, could be interesting. But none of that matters if the core identity of classes is broken. What really gets me is that DICE is hosting a 72-hour test this weekend through Battlefield Labs. They say it's about getting community feedback and building the game together. But if they're not going to listen on something this fundamental, what's the point? Here's what I think needs to happen. During this test, every single player needs to make their voice heard, not just in-game, but on forums, social media, everywhere. Make it crystal clear that weapon restrictions are non-negotiable. This is our chance to course correct before it's too late. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a silent majority that loves unrestricted weapons, but I seriously doubt it. Everything I'm seeing points to one conclusion. Players want that classic Battlefield class system back. The question now is whether DICE will actually listen or if EA's monetization strategy has already made this decision for them. Based on their track record, I'm worried we already know the answer. What do you think? Are locked weapons essential to Battlefield's identity, or am I making a mountain out of a molehill? This weekend's test might be our last chance to save the class system. Don't waste it.